G'day everyone, it's Warren from NQ Explorers again. Today Colleen and I are in one of our favourite hunting locations, and that's an 1800s ghost town in North Queensland. We haven't been here for about 4 or 5 years. Last time we were here there was a lot of grass. Today the grass is quite low. As you can see, the weather's not ideal, it's just spotty rain and it's reasonably cool for this area. But that won't bother us. We've got the ATs. I've got the AT Pro with the little sniper core. The reason being that there's a lot of rubbish in these old house sites, tin and iron rubbish. Colleen's on the AT Gold with that little 5x7, which is a ripper on the small targets too. So he should be able to get in amongst the iron just like I will with this coil. And we're really looking forward to a big day out in here today. I think we're going to get wet, but that doesn't matter. And we'll have a look around at some of the old historic spots in this town as we do so. Thanks for joining us. Back shortly with our first find. Okay, we're detecting down behind a row of old houses here. Colleen's just got a 63 and 53, and it was a buckle which just came out of the ground. Oh, nice buckle. Nice one. Brass buckle with a steel pin. That's a beauty. We're just detecting down behind these houses up in here. You can see there's some old water tanks. I've got the little 4.5-inch sniper on the AT Pro, and just adjacent some old house stumps up here. I've picked up well, it's the front off a tiny little padlock. It was a pretty high tone 76. Not the sort of thing you'd leave in the ground. You'd always dig it. And it's a very small padlock, with a real old style 19th century jobby. You can see there's the old water tanks from the house and the house stumps. And a little padlock just came out of the ground. Just got to find it again now. Oh, there it is there. 68, 69, it was sort of jumping up to 70 with the right angle on it. There we go. And those old style padlock fronts with the keyhole. Well, I'll check the hole and see if the rest of the padlock's in there. Well, I run that little coil over the hole again, and yes, the rest, there's the front half of the padlock. That's a little beauty, that one. Off a little cabin trunk or something like that, I imagine. That's the back of it. And the mechanism appears to have been steel, so it's all gone. I'll recheck the hole. Well, that's the reason I've got this little sniper on today, is because of the detecting conditions. You can see there's so much tin here. This is typical of these old house sites in North Queensland. And a lot of iron rubbish besides that, bits of old matchbox, tobacco, tin and nails. And it always pays to move your iron. Always watch out for snakes, be the first point. But I flip this bit of iron over and check out what's under here. Now there's a lot of nails. Now watch this signal. I'm getting 82, 85, and there's nails and iron everywhere, and as you can see there's a coin there. It was under that tin that I just moved. Here it is. And you can see there's nails everywhere, so these are the iron rubbish that's in the place. But this sniper coil, get that sweet signal out of the iron. Now if I put the iron audio on, have a listen to this. You still hear that penny in there. Turn the iron off. Lovely clean signal. Well, that's satisfying. Right up in the front of the house area, let's see. This thing's been lying here a long time. Well, it's quite thin too. It may be an old Britannia penny if it dates back to the earliest days of the town. So I'll give this a quick clean and we'll get a date off it. Beauty. Well, here's the penny. It's a 1950 Australian kangaroo. I actually expected that to be a Britannia coin because this town was pretty much all abandoned by the Second World War. Well, that shows that there's a few old hardy miners kept on in these little tin shanties, and hence the coin from the 1950s. Well, that's a beauty under that bit of tin. I'll start moving more of this tin gingerly in case there's a big snake under there, but there's got to be more coins and relics hidden under these old sheets of tin. I just got this little artefact. I'm not sure what it is. Well, actually I have no idea what it is. It's got some writing there. There's a word written there. I'll magnify that and I'll subtitle any information I can get on that article. I've got no idea what that's off or what its function is. Here's my next find. It's just tin. It's off an old tobacco tin. W.D. and H.O. Wills, Sydney. One of those little ready rubbed tobacco tins. I think they date from the early 1900s. I can research that though. It's got trademark WD&H Wills Limited, Sydney. Well, this coal engine's fine. It's an absolute ripper. What was it, a 42? Which I wouldn't normally dig. And look at that, it's a beautiful old file. That's in really good condition. Handle missing, of course. Probably an old wooden handle, would have been burnt off or something, but that's a nice old file to go in a collection. Good one. Where I am now is the site of the commercial hotel. It was a small shanty hotel just over behind me. That was its official name. But from the 6th of November 1901, it was always known to the locals as the Shit and Scatter Hotel. A few days earlier, a young Irish girl by the name of Hannah Tracy, who was working in the commercial hotel as a domestic, making the meals and the beds and things, was serving the evening crib for the miners going on the dog watch. And a big fella called Henderson comes in, a local miner. He's a big fella, 6 feet tall, and he demands his evening meal. But Hannah knows that he's not going on shift that evening and refuses to serve him. He gets quite abusive, and she ends up running to her room, and one of the other girls has to finish making the meals. And that's the end of the matter as far as everyone was concerned. A few days later, the situation's repeated. Hannah Trace is making the tea and the sandwiches for the evening dog watch, and Big Henderson comes in demanding his evening meal. Hannah refuses to serve him once again, probably because of the incident a few days earlier, and what happens next is horrifying to everyone in the pub. Henderson steps back, pulls out his revolver, and he shoots young Hannah in the chest. The next miner in the queue swings a punch at Henderson and lays him out, and as Henderson goes down, he fires a shot at the young miner, but his revolver misfires. So what happens now is, the young miner goes out the front door, Henderson's gone out the back door into the darkness, and everyone is scattered from the pub. So all the miners are now armed to the teeth, and there's a search party up and down this old railway line looking for Henderson in the darkness, because all along the line are the miners' camps. There's little tent shanties and a couple of corrugated iron places. Henderson's out there somewhere. Okay, it's nearly midnight. Henderson reappears out of the scrub. He's out the front of the pub with his revolver. He's threatening everyone around the place. Over this side there's a young bloke with a rifle. He fires and hits Henderson in the thigh, and as Henderson goes down, he shoots himself in the temple, either by accident or as a method of suicide. He's laying on the ground right here in front of the pub, dying on the road. Everyone just comes in and watches him die and don't render any assistance to him. That gives you some idea of how rough and tough it was out here in the western areas of North Queensland. I'm not talking about the 1850s, this is the 1901, the 20th century, a gunfight in the street. It was a pretty rough place, there wasn't much law around, and everyone was armed to the teeth. That's why we find so many bullets and those sort of things around there, because there's a lot of shooting went on. Okay, poor Hannah Tracy takes 6 days to die. She's got a chest wound, she's got the bullet in her chest and they can't get it out. Unfortunately she does die, and the townspeople here raised enough money to send her into the local town, put her in a good grave, and they've got a big marble headstone there that was paid for by the townspeople. And Henderson, well, he's laying around here somewhere in an old pine box. Colin on a dig over there near the Land Rover. It's really wintry weather for us up here today. It's just drizzly rain and cold and grey. Well, comparatively cold. It's probably about 22 degrees, but that's pretty cold for the tropics. And as you can see, we've got all those beautiful majestic limestone towers all around us. Okay, Colin's got a solid 81 on the AT Gold here. We'll go live with this one. got that great little coil. It's brilliant in these relic hunting areas where there's a lot of trash. That little double D. I've got the little, oh, she's got a silver. Look at that. Did you see that there? She just disturbed it. What a beauty. You've got a sixpence by the look of it. What a ripper.
A bit tinted.
Yeah, but that wasn't you didn't damage it.
No.
Oh, that's a beauty. Down in the back of these houses, we're not really in the street, we're towards the railway station. Actually, I'll show the railway line later. You got a date on it? Well, we'll give it a clean, we'll get back to you. That's a beauty.
19.
19?
No.
81. 1881?
I think so.
I'll be a Vicky. Okay, we'll give it a clean. Well, that was an exciting little dig. Colleen called me over and said she got a high signal, so we filmed it, and that was the result. It's an 1881 Victorian English sixpence, which puts it, this is right in the time frame of the original establishment of this town in the 1890s. You can see that it's a little bit dinged. That wasn't Colleen, it was like that. Maybe a cow stood on it. There's a lot of cows coming through here and bent it. But anyway, that's a great find. 1881 sterling silver sixpence. Here's my next target. It's a 65-66 surface one with a little snipe. And it's a lovely old brass button. Here she is. Doesn't look like it's a branded one, it's sort of a dish-shaped variety. There's a button I just got. Yes, it is branded. Quite a good casting actually, but I can't read it. You might be able to read that in the video. I'll subtitle that brand name. Lovely, consistent high tone 78. I just scratched the grass there and out comes another penny. Well, my second penny anyway of the day. There she is. That was a very shallow... Oh, it's not a penny. It's some sort of tag. It's maybe a machinery tag. Next find's another surface find. It's a skeleton key hole box around. Beauty. It's got this lovely old brass buckle from about a 4-inch dig in quite hard ground here. Oh. Okay, Colin's got a nice little 81 here with the AT gold. Just pinpointing there. I'm going to go live. Good solid signal and a high tone ID, so hopefully it's a nice find. You see something there? Oh, it's a bottle cap. Beauty. Oh, well, they ring up just like that. You've got to dig those.
I didn't realise how they ran there.
Colin's got a nice Holbrook sauce bottle here. Unfortunately, the top's been shattered off it. Holbrook's, what's written around the neck?
It's got Holbrook's thing.
Oh, Holbrook's in both cases, but you can see it's been moulded in 2 pieces. Yeah, oh, it's probably early 1900s maybe. There we go, Holbrook's. Oh, railway dog's bike. We don't give any awards for those. There's a railway line here.
And on top of it looks like it belongs to something.
Okay, Colin's also got a nice harmonica reed here too. We didn't see her dig that, but she had it in the pouch when I came back. We separated for about an hour there, so I didn't know what was going on. Well, Colin's become one of her specialties actually, cases of bullets. She said she's got a bullet case. What sort of bullets we got? Oh, 303s. How many you got there? 3. We've got half a dozen. There's more in the hole. Oh yeah, I can see it in the side of the hole there, look. Are these live rounds or no? There's someone's dumped the spent rounds there, have they? Yeah, they're all shot. They're all just cartridge cases. More in there. Oh, someone's dug a little hole and dumped all their 303s in there. Interesting. Well, my next find at this old miner's humpy is a harmonica reed. Well, these are the sort of conditions that a North Queensland miner lived in the late 19th, early 20th century. It's an old humpy. It's basically a shack made of bush timber and corrugated iron. the all-important water tank out the back, that's actually off its foundation. The foundation is there. I don't know how that came about. And very hot in the summer. Doesn't get cold in the winter terribly, but pretty harsh existence out here, and you're working all day in a hard rock mine. So they were hard men. We'll just go back over here for an update on Colleen's bullet case dig. Oh, she's going hard. She's found the motherload ammunition.
This is like two.
Oh yeah, little, it's a 22, is it? A couple of those. That's strange, all these spent ammunition, a lot of brass, all buried in one spot. No live ones though, eh?
Yeah.
No. Righto, you still got targets in there, have you? What are these 303s coming up in the 60s? Yeah, 64. Okay, well, just continue on with this dig. Before we go, we'll just head down and show you some old fossils down here from remnants from when this whole area was an inland sea millions of years ago. They're quite interesting and very, very old. Okay, these are the fossils here. They're known as crinoids. I'm no fossil expert, but they're many, many millions of years old. I'll subtitle the actual age of these fossils. Very primitive marine life from when this was a big inland sea. This part of eastern Australia was all underwater millions of years ago, and these crinoid fossils date from that period. Very, very old fossils. As you can see, they're very primitive forms of life. Well, we might wrap our little relic hunt up there today. I guess find of the day goes to Colleen's beautiful Victorian silver sixpence, but we found some nice old relics to go with it, so I hope you enjoyed our day out. Thanks for watching. Happy hunting. Bye for now.